Welcome to Andi-Co Australia. Today we're going to be talking about the Falcon Nexus 110 dual fuel upright range cooker. Available in black, white, stainless steel, and as you can see from this one, slate. All of the trim is brushed aluminium with chrome tips on the end of the handles. Very, very smart looking unit. Now the Falcon range cookers are still manufactured today in Leamington Spa in the UK, where we started manufacturing in 1830. And the important thing for Falcon as a company is the heritage, but also we've got to bear in mind that the heritage also goes along with the evolution of a product, and we have to understand the modern styling and design, which is why we've produced the Nexus. Now the Nexus itself, looks-wise, obviously, modern styling look, but as far as functionality and the actual process of the units go, it's exactly the same as all of the other Falcons in the range. Starting at the back of the unit, rear venting. So the oven cavities themselves are actually rear vented, which means any excess steam or heat from the oven cavity actually comes up through that venting into the range hood and is exhausted out to atmosphere. Moving forward, we have a look at the cooktop itself. The cooktop itself actually goes through a three-phase glazing process. So the high gloss enamel at the end of the process is very hard, very scratch resistant, very acid resistant, and will look as good in years to come as it does today. All of the burners have flame failure, which means that should we be cooking on a couple of burners and one of them blows out, the gas will actually turn off to that particular burner and will not reignite until we turn the unit off and then back on again. A safety feature built in. On the right hand side we have a wok burner, which is a wok burner designed for large woks or large pots. We've also got a wok ring, which is one of the largest that you'll find, which means that we can actually use the larger based woks in the market, but also means we can take it off and cook with large spaghetti pots, etc. Over on the left hand side of the unit we have a ceramic cooktop underneath here, which is actually an expandable ceramic zone. So in other words, it's actually got two 1.1 kilowatt zones, so we can use the back, front or the whole thing, and as an addition to our 5-burner gas cooktop. On top of that we have what we call an aluminium griddle plate. Now this is actually a smooth plate. Now this coating that's on here means that when we're cooking we don't have to use oils or greases, etc., because nothing will stick to it. We can use oil if we want flavour, but basically it's not necessary. And the good thing is when we've finished we actually just wipe it and wipe it dry, and it doesn't need to go anywhere near the dishwasher. Moving forward, we have a look at the control panel itself. Now the control panel itself on the Falcon Nexus has actually been designed differently from all of the others, and it's actually been designed for us by Bang Olufsen, who are the audio experts in the world. And the design is very much like an audio function unit with large knobs with actually rubber O-rings around for infinite control. Beautiful looking finish, and these knobs themselves are actually what we call diamond turned, which means that when they machine them they get a really, really nice smooth finish, which actually looks very much like a sound system. On the right hand side we have the Nexus clock, which is actually a timer clock but also a programming clock for the left hand oven. I have a small video here which actually explains the operational function of that clock. I'll play that for you and then we'll come back and have a look at the rest of the unit. To select the countdown timer on the new Falcon Nexus, simply press the M button, and once the bell appears flashing in the display, use the plus and minus buttons to select the desired time, in this case 15 minutes. Once the bell stays static, we have now set the countdown time. We can check this by pressing the M button once again to make sure how long we have to go. To cancel the countdown timer, we simply press the M button again, and by using the minus button, zero the display out. Once this happens, you will notice that the bell will disappear from the display, and we have now cancelled the countdown timer. To select forward programming, press the M button twice for duration and then the plus and minus arrows for how long we wish it to cook for, in this case 1 hour. press the M button again, and then we can set the finish time or the end cooking time, in this case 12 o'clock. Once we've done that and the auto stops flashing, we have set the functions. We must now remember to select the temperature and the cooking type that we wish for this duration of cooking. In this case, we have selected 180 degrees and fan assisted cooking. To check, once again, we press the M button twice, and that will tell us the duration of the cooking. And if we press the M button 3 times, that will remind us of what time we have the oven switching off. Should we wish to cancel the cooking, we press twice M for duration and then 0 the display down, and this will switch off the cooking timing. At this stage, we must also remember to switch off the cooking function and the thermostat control. Now we have seen how to select forward programming and countdown timer. As you will notice from that video, a very versatile clock for forward programming the left-hand oven or just timing cooking. Moving a little bit further down from the control panel, we'll notice our grill unit, which is an open door grill unit and a separate grill. This is actually a dual circuit grill. Now it's on a telescopic rail, so it's really easy to slide in and out. And the grill pan itself has a wire racking, which gives us the opportunity to have 4 different height levels for different types of grilling food. So it's very versatile, giving us those different options. Moving a little bit further down, we have our left-hand multi-function oven. Now this is a 7-function oven, and it is a 73-litre oven, so very, very large capacity. Once I open the side opening door, you'll actually notice that on the door is what we call handyrack. Now this is a rack which holds the roasting tray. Now this unit will actually hold up to 5.5 kilos of food, so very large roasts, vegetables, etc. We've got 2 different height settings on there, so different height settings for different food, but it also means that we can actually also cook inside on the shelves whilst we have a roast cooking in there. That handy rack can of course be removed completely from the oven, so we can use it as just a normal oven cavity. And this oven cavity has self-cleaning liners on the back and the side plates to keep the unit clean. Over on the right hand side, we have a look at our second oven, which is also 73-litre cavity. Again, self-cleaning liners on both sides and the back plate, so another oven. And this actual oven is what we call a single function oven, so it is basically a conventional oven with a fan in the back to give us that air movement, so we can cook and roast, etc. in both ovens. Now below that oven we have a new feature to Falcon ranges, in that we now have a bread proving drawer. Now this bread proving drawer basically has an on-off switch here on the control panel, and what it does, it heats up what we call a ribbon element, which is underneath the drawer itself, and keeps the temperature in the drawer on average at around about 30 degrees, which is perfect for bread proving drawers. So if I slide this door open, you can see from that little video down in the bottom of the screen there that there are vents in the bottom of that drawer, and that allows the air to flow, or the warmth to flow up through, and the air to circulate around to prove our dough in preparation, again at a good temperature of 30 degrees. So there we have it, the new Falcon Nexus 110 dual fuel cooking range. For more information on the Falcon range, please visit our website at Andi-Co.com.au.